what's going on with the model railway while we pause for other chaos to happen. Good question. I don't know, hang on. There we go, that's better, isn't it? So I've got loops over here that are functioning, so I can... got my measurements wrong. Take two, if I can get the camera working as well. So there's my little circuits, kind of test drives. And there's a big loop, which is currently under some challenges because things are getting shuffled around. My present project is working on these bridges. Don't worry about them, they're just balanced, as you may have noticed from earlier. And I just need to get the levels right. So that's project 1 at the moment. What's going on? Well, we're going to have like an industrial come mining situation over here. Might even go 009 in one case, and I can hear a derailment. You had carriages a minute ago, mate. I think he needs to come to a halt. Just to give us an idea. So yeah, industry, mining, engine sheds, all of that kind of stuff. And then over here the station. We've seen some of the station before. So all of this, the workshop, the goods shed and some engine sheds will be over the other side. Notepad, various pens and knives, screwdriver and so on. Screws. And then over here there's going to be a hill, tunnels, cuttings, possibly 2 loops and two villages probably. Here's one now, made up of Lilliput Lane and various hovels and mystical buildings, because despite British rail fans' absolutely obsession with back-to-backs and 1930s-ish, 40s, 50s steam and all of that, I want to do something that says all of this was built in a very, very old landscape and was cut through it. So we'll have a very, very old village over here. Really old, going back a long way, and possibly a castle. And there will be a cutting, which I'm working on. I know it looks a mess, but you wait, this will all come together. And then coming out of here, this is where we'll have tunnels and cuttings, a knoll, and then a slope down, and then obviously the bridges are going to go over a river. And that's going to give us our basic landscape. And that's what our little trains are going to run through. Yeah, I'm just doing it in between all the other projects and kind of fudging along bit by bit. So that's all so far. Castle. Right, I've had a bit of a tidy up just to give a better idea. The central loop here has come apart slightly, but we won't worry about that. And then I have cleared up over here quite a lot so that we can get some sidings in, and I think over there next to the workshop we'll have a rake of maybe 3 what are they called, engine sheds, maybe 4. They'll probably increase with size from one end to the other. There's a word for that, but I can't think what it is. Then there's some broken trains over there, some very, could be, you know, prestigious trains, but no, they don't work. Bridges looking a little bit better. I know it's still crazy, but we'll get there. I can't even think of the word station. It's late at night. Look, look, black. Time. God, up late. Oh yeah, well, things like the field gun will go eventually, of course. The church isn't where it's meant to be. And then some other sidings. I doubt if the arrangement, this isn't the whole thing. This is thinking aloud. this, what you see, is me thinking aloud about this railway. I'm going to bring the boards out further, just a little, because I've got to get into the drawers, but just a little further so that I can bring a spur off there and come round the back of these, not warehouses are they, anyway, and then probably come back on. I'm going to have an outer loop, which isn't here yet, which will run around over there and come up this slope. This slope isn't perfect, it's made out of an offcut, so don't worry because it's quite steep, but there's a lot more to do. And then over here, now I did try, I knew it wouldn't work, but it was just worth a go. You know, when you're older and wiser and you should know better probably. I tried to get a loop off this, but it keeps shorting. So I'll be taking that apart, which is alright because I probably need the points, and then there'll be a loop inside there. Coming off this rise, we go across the lower bridge along there, and then there'll be a cutting which I've made a start on, which will come round, and then I might see if I can get a secondary loop come out and have it on a bridge there, and then this will come down round, possibly join onto that spur or possibly ignore it and go past there. So it all depends on how the spur's going, I think, and then it will go back up over there, work its way up very, very gradually and meet that slope. How about that? Sounds great. It won't work out, it'll be totally different. So yeah, let's see if we can get a train or two running. Should have left the camera down there for that, shouldn't I? That ain't going to happen too often.